1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, it was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
Forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. Yeah, it's time to forget about the man you should have marked, the run you should have made. Remember that shot you should have taken? Time to let it all go. work. It's time.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Frisco, Texas, just outside of FC Dallas's home stadium here. I'm Todd Panula, and I'm here to bring you all of today's under-15 girls group action as we've got Beach FC, headed up by Robert DeMello, against CSA Impact United, headed by Marco Raduca. Beach FC is going to be the home team on the scoreboard, and they are going to be clad in yellow and black, countered by the all black with white letters of CSA Impact. Beach FC hails from Long Beach, California, and CSA Impact United come from Cleveland, Ohio. Beach FC is going to be heading left to right on your screen and countering that right to left for CSA Impact. Your starting goalkeepers for today. In goal is Zora Standifer for Beach FC. So she will try to keep the clean sheet for the Long Beach team. CSA Impact starting off with possession, and they send it over here towards the near-hand side. Just a bit too far there for Carcelli, and that one will go into touch. Brought down by McCabe. Up towards the 18-yard box, but no further, as both these teams trading possession back very quickly here in the opening stages. In goal is Margaret Krosky for CSA Impact. So Krosky and Standifer. Group stage action as these teams trying to keep things rolling in the first morning game between Liverpool Elite and GPS Oregon. GPS ended up winning as we get our first save of the game going for Krosky. But the winner of this one will only be able to match GPS Oregon as they won 2-1 with a second half penalty kick goal, the difference in that one. So with Oregon getting the 3 points in game number 1, neither of these two teams are going to be overly served by getting a draw in this one. So going for goal is going to be the goal of each team. Beach FC setting things up from their defensive line as they try to work it through the midfield. Cole drops it for Marquez. She'll lob one up the left-hand side. Off the side of the leg of her teammate there. Couldn't quite bring it down. That was Ava Dykstra. Dykstra with another opportunity, but stepping in front of that one was Gideon. Gideon lobs it up now for Muir. Too tall there. Dykstra unable to bring it down. Here's Kopfer. Stolen. Abisham. She had it taken right back and then cheaply given away. Beach FC with an opportunity here. Cross in front. And coming out to make the claim was Krosky. Beach FC able to win it in midfield is Via Senor. Took it down. Trying up the left-hand side. That one goes off the back of Samantha Weehy. This game quite different in terms of how it has started. Our morning game, there was 2 goals scored within the first 5 minutes. This one's been much more of a traditional first game for 2 teams within a tournament. Kind of a feeling out period, as there's a bit too much tugging going on there for the official, and she gives a free kick to CSA Impact. Mackenzie Muir looking like she's going to put a right foot into this one. Muir takes a low shot. Zora comes out, able to smother it. Standifer puts a strong right foot into it all the way past the midfield stripe. Bounces around there, and now we get another foul, once again going against Beach FC. Schoenberger, near side, looking for Sapak. Flag was up. A good idea there. You like what they were trying to build. Schoenberger finding a bit of space over here on the near side, but unfortunately Sydney Sapak was just a bit too far offside. Headed away by Robertson. Abisham looking up for Sapak. Instead, we'll go the other way. Kopfer. Runs being made. She'll go for the long ball. Meeting it here on the near side and whiffing on the shot, though, with Schaefer. The ball just wouldn't settle down in a timely fashion for her to get a hold of that one. Deftly held in along the end line. Now the touchline. Kept in by Schoenberger. Leaves that one for Abisham. The run up the left for Dykstra. Instead, she went central looking for Sapak, but just too much on it. Pressure coming in from behind. And a foul given. And a little bit of a knock from behind. Robertson called for the offense. Bessie will put it back into play, restarting from the free kick, intercepted by Schoenberger. As Beach FC works it through the midfield. One-touch passing going on here. Lobbed up by Cole, onto the foot of Sapak. She was dispossessed as she tried to put it back towards the center of the pitch. Taken down by Robertson. This one into the 18, towards the 6, and claimed there by Krusky. The hot potato goes through the midfield. Neither team able to get good possession. Brought down in the end by Cole. Pressure put on there by Kopfer. And she's able to force a bad pass. Filtered through Schaefer. Over towards the far side. Kopfer chases it down. Tries to send one up top. Intending that one for Voorhees. Goal kick will put it back into play. Too tall there. Couldn't be brought down by Kissen. Beach FC laying it back. Abisham booted away. But into touch. Right back for Impact. Long bouts of possession have been hard to come by in this one. As overrunning that opportunity there was Sydney Schaefer. Tried to get a little too cute with the outside of the foot pass, and the ball ended up rolling over a boot. Opportunity now for Kelly as she puts it upfield. Kopfer onside now for Voorhees. Lobbing one in towards goal, and that's an easy claim there for Standifer. Zora puts it back into play. High arms there up on the back. Paige McCabe getting away with it. Trying to settle it down to Schoenberger. She's slowed up. Impact United trying to go the other direction. That's pilfered away. Schoenberger couldn't quite handle that one as it was too hot off the foot of Travis. Coach DeMello telling his team to settle down just a little bit and try to go over the top of the defense. Numbers favor Impact United on that opportunity. Leads to a potential counterattack, but that's thwarted very early on. Schrock. Trying to find Sapak upfield. Blasted back the other direction. Cole will have an opportunity on the throw. Still early stages on this game. 40 minutes in each half. Dangerous play there as the boots came up too high. Elizabeth Voorhees called for the defense. And again, too direct there out of the midfield from Beach FC. Krusky puts it back in on the punt. Beach FC able to claim possession. Schoenberger looking for the return pass, instead stepped in front. Paige McCabe will drop it back. Krusky will have to try to find an open player. She'll try one up the right-hand side. Into touch once again. Bit of a slogfest here in the early going of this one. Both teams trying to kind of settle the ball down, find their way into the game. They've had a couple attacking opportunities, but the goalkeepers haven't been truly tested yet. Intercepted in the midfield now. Impact United trying to send one up. A diving challenge. Kupfer couldn't come away with it. Schoenberger calling for it. And that one stepped into the defender, able to head it away. Schaefer, defender right on her. Schaefer able to win it back. Muir up top for Voorhees. Back for Muir. Muir looking to put a left foot into it. Steps in front instead. Now the long range opportunity. That'll go out. A bit ambitious there from Sydney Schaefer. You don't mind the idea, but the execution has to be a little bit better if you're going to try to score from that kind of range. Sapak. And now Cole. A little bit of space in front. On through to Sapak. She hops over the ball. She's onside. Sapak score! Beach FC take the lead. Sapak with the goal. So just like that, we go from a game that was struggling to have a foothold for either team, and now Beach FC with the quick counter, lobbing one through right after Coach DeMello had told his team that he wanted to try to kind of chip the defenders. They were able to get one in with the right amount of touch. Sapak was able to hop over the ball, stay onside, and then just tuck it in behind the goalkeeper. Now could we see a quick answer as we did in our morning game? Our early morning game, I should say. Still in the morning stages of this one. 9 o'clock Central Time was the time on the kickoff. A little bit of an earlier start for those of you watching out in California. But nevertheless, our California viewers a little bit more fortunate than our Oregon viewers were in the early game, as that one started at 5 o'clock Pacific time. 7 o'clock a little bit more manageable. Voorhees trying to work around the defender, is able to get it towards the edge of the 18, bounding around a couple times and then headed over here towards the near side touchline, but in to touch, and it'll be a throw. Shaken up just a little bit was Voorhees, as she's trying to shrug off that challenge. The ball kind of colliding in with the ankle, I should say. One touch pass, a bit too much there. Still getting it on the second opportunity is Dykstra, keeping it in along the line, challenging the defender, finding a bit of space with the fake, taking it towards the end line, and then stepping in nicely as McCabe able to make the steal. Plays it into the 18, a little bit dangerous, but confident in her teammate and her ability to clear. Counterattack challenge there, and able to steal it back for Beach FC is Sophia Cole. intercepted on her challenge towards the edge of the 18, intending that one for Sapak. She's got the goal and the difference in this one. 1-0 is your score. Trying to push it up is Mackenzie Muir. To the near side now, Schaefer. Looking to return it from Muir. That wasn't quite on. Headed down by Kissen in the center of the field. On now for the foot of Kopfer. She had it taken away. Chasing it down is Gideon. She'll go all the way back. Intercepted. Gideon now with a second opportunity, trying to keep it away from those yellow jerseys of Beach FC. Up the right-hand side. Impact United with an opportunity now. Looking up towards the attacking area, but that one was just a bit too direct. A good ball. You like what they were trying to do there, but the angles just were not in the favor of the team from Cleveland. Sapak with a little flick, trying to get it over the top of the defender. The first one was there, and now we're going to get a foul. Sapak a little too much on the back of Paige McCabe for the officials' liking. Try to push it over towards the right-hand side. Schaefer looking for the shot. Zora the save. Schaefer moving over towards the right-hand wing, switching sides with Samantha Weahy. Coach Raduca seeing if switching his wing attackers will create a little bit more in favor of his team in terms of the matchups. Trying to switch the point of attack onto Weahy. Unsuccessful in bringing it down. Now she's finally able to, but with a defender right on her. Throwing a good check in there was Villaseñor. And she will get called for the foul as well. Looked like the initial challenge was a legal one, but then the official thinking that the second and third opportunity was too much body. No quick kick opportunity here as 10 yards was called for. Looks like Weahy is going to take the free kick. Wind favoring neither team as it's basically blowing across the field from your broadcast position over towards the far side. Looking for a score right off the free kick, but that one was right at Zora Standifer. About to have our first substitute of the game. It's going to go for Beach FC. Coming into the game is going to be Samantha Thompson, as they will let that one roll out. Sub will be made. Thompson will come in. They're going to switch Devin Schoenberger over to the far wing. So Thompson will stay here on the near side. And coming out of the game is going to be Ava Dijkstra. Too strong there from Sapak. Going back the other way, Voorhees couldn't quite get onto it, but she'll still get the throw. McCabe once again looking for Voorhees, but Beach FC with too many feet in front. Now Kopfer, a nice little touch pass over to the far hand side. Schaefer cuts it around the defender, but the ball evaded her possession. Gideon trying to avoid the pressure here, gives it away. an opportunity to counter, and Getty unable to get a piece of that one on the way back. First sub of the game coming in now for CSA Impact. They will actually wait for the next opportunity. And again, another cheap foul kind of given along the far side there. And wouldn't be surprised to see that kind of challenge get a yellow card later in the game. I think the official just going to go with an admonishing right now. And a good officiating really overall, because I think that's the first foul to go against that particular player. Is getting called for the foul with Sophia Cole, but that'll probably be the last time she gets away with a good tug like that. Is anybody doing that same kind of motion from here on out is probably going to go into the book. Takes a touch over here towards the near side. Weahy trying to play it around the defender. Stepped into nicely by Robertson. Off to the races goes Thompson. Ran out of real estate, but she played it off the defender and will earn herself a throw. Sub coming in now for Impact United. Into the game is going to be Jillian Bell. Also in now for Beach FC is Olivia Ocampo. Taking a rest now is Sydney Schaefer. So that will change up the attacking trio for Impact United. Sapak will get a rest for Beach FC after scoring the goal. Coach DeMello wanting to get his central striker a bit of rest for the second half. Beach FC leads by a goal. Impact United able to clear it out, but not for long. Beach FC trying to put it back in on the attack. The black jerseys go back the other way. Stepping in front of that one was Schrock. Voorhees was there waiting for it. Krusky calls off her defender and will come out to play this one. Temperatures on the rise just a little bit here in Frisco, but still a fairly pleasant morning. Probably approaching high 80s, perhaps 90 degrees or so, but with the wind, it's still fairly nice. Now, the afternoon games, that's going to be a different story. Not that these girls have to worry about that, but triple-digit highs expected throughout this tournament. Impact United trying to send one up. Voorhees got a little cheeky there with the outside of the foot pass, intending to get that one onto Weahy, but it didn't have enough mustard to get to its intended target. Shaken up here in the middle of the field is Sophia Cole. And she's going to have to be subbed out. She is definitely in some distress. Not able to put much weight on that left foot. So Cole will have to come out due to the injury. Coming into the game is Amanda Scott. We'll also have a sub at the next opportunity for Impact United. As Coach Raduca and his squad trying to find an answer here, giving up that goal in the first half. Still first half action here, 1-0 your score. Beach FC leads on a goal by Sydney Sapak. They're looking for a second one here, trying to cut it around the defender is Samantha Thompson. No space in the middle, but she put it in there, despite that. Too far for Ocampo. She has to pull it all the way back. Ocampo now all the way back towards midfield. She'll try a seeking ball up the left-hand side, cutting it back towards the middle. Again, just a bit too ambitious there as Abisham tried to play it through the wickets unsuccessful in doing so. Stolen there along the touchline. Laid back towards the center, intending that one for Scott. All the way back towards midfield, and here's Schrock. Scott. Schrock. Back for Scott again. As they're just kind of giving it back between each other. To the left side. Travis towards the edge of the box. Trying to play it around the defender was Abisham. Now into the 18-yard box. Abisham crosses it out in front. And that one was well spotted by Krosky. Able to get both hands solidly behind the ball. The punt claimed by Ocampo for Beach FC. Not too much in possession, though, as it's given back. Settled down inside the midfield circle. And then Muir saw it stolen away. Villasenor laid it back. Schrock to the far side. An opportunity to go upfield. Trying to bring it towards center. There comes the cross, and once again coming out to make the claim is Krosky.
Hey guys, hey, keep it like this. The right footer on the right, the left footer on the left.
Ocampo won it, but not with possession. Now it's given away in the midfield. Beach FC sliding one up, intending that one for Abisham. Second opportunity, and this time sent away with purpose by Emma Gideon. 3 substitutes about to come in now for CSA Impact. Coming into the game for Impact United is Molly Gray. She's going to replace Voorhees. Also coming in. Is Ella Kuhlman. That one goes harmlessly out for a goal kick. But Beach FC implying a little more pressure here in the last few moments. Once again, Beach FC in control in the midfield. Towards the top of the box, Amanda Scott laid it across again. And once again, Krosky able to make the grab. A little easier this time, didn't have to get dirty on that one. Able to stay on her feet. Weahy. Cutting that one off was Robertson. Kind of an aimless cross. Brought down nicely, though, by Gomez. Abisham takes a chance. Krosky, an easy save. Didn't get enough on that one. Couple more subs about to come in now. 2 for Beach FC, 1 for CSA Impact. Now a chance up top. Coming in is Bell. Cutting it back towards the middle. Bell laid it back for Kopfer. Now the one-time shot, and just too much on the side foot there from Mackenzie Muir. About to come into the game is Madison Ingracia for Beach FC, as well as Ella Kuhlman for CSA Impact, as she was called back at the last moment, so she never entered in on the last time. Also coming in for Beach FC is going to be Macy Rude. Weehee looking up top. Kupfer took a bit of a knock from behind. That was enough to throw her off. Here's Scott to the right-hand side. And that one's going to be too far out of the reach of Thompson. Good idea, but the ball in through to Thompson just had a little too much on it from Abisham. Caught a bit of a wind. It's changed direction just a little bit. It's still blowing across the field, but from corner flag to corner flag now. So if it aids anybody right now, it's going to be CSA Impact United. Now a chance here for Scott, putting it in towards the edge of the box, touched around the goalkeeper, but just a bit too far wide there for Gomez. Great effort there for Gomez to kind of out-hustle the defenders as they were trying to hold her off, hoping the goalkeeper, Krosky, would come out and make the grab. It was just barely touched around her, but the angle not favoring Beach FC to score their second goal. Into the game now for Impact United is going to be Caroline Brancato. And then the aforementioned subs as well for Beach FC. Out of the game for Impact United is Ella Kisson. Coming out for a breather for Beach FC is Abisham and Robertson. So some fresh legs in for both teams. CSA United trying to find an equalizer as they trail by a goal. The score from Sydney Sapak, the difference here in the first half. Towards the edge of the 18, Scott trying to muscle the defender away, but Krosky able to call everybody off and pick that one up. Almost given away in the midfield. Beach FC in control right around that center circle. Rude to the far hand side now. Ocampo. Drop back for Schrock. Ocampo making the run. In possession with Gomez. Ocampo now. Space towards the edge of the 18. Now here's Scott. Left-footed chance. Just wide. Difficult to tell from our vantage point how much. Probably got a better look at that one at home. Our broadcast position just underneath the center camera. So it might have been comfortably wide of the goal, but anytime a goalkeeper goes down and sees that one evade her grasp, you know that Krosky's heart was beating just a bit faster. Ingracia couldn't quite hold on to it. Too much muscle in behind that one from Kuhlman. Here's Marquez. Laid back for Schrock. Schrock looking for some open space. Ingracia with a defender right on her back. Ingracia ultimately took a spill. No foul coming. Into touch on the far side. Three points on the line here in this 15 and under girls group action. We had a 15 and under matchup on this field earlier today in the 7 o'clock game. Liverpool Elite against GPS Oregon. The team from Portland winning 2-1, so they claimed 3 points in first place within their group. These teams trying to match them over here for themselves. Remember, 3 games guaranteed for all teams. They will be played Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with Friday off. And then in this age group, there will be semifinals on Saturday, and then the finals will come on Sunday. Much more of a defensive affair here in this one as compared to our 7 o'clock game. A lot more counters going on in that one, a lot more possession in the attacking third. It's been much more of a midfield battle here in this one, with the lone goal for Beach FC really kind of coming out of nowhere off a counterattack. A chance now for CSA Impact United, and Zora able to range over to her right and make the diving stop. Punted high up into the air, brought down, looking for Ingracia. Cutting around one defender, pushing over towards her left, and then that was just a bit too far out. Ocampo drops it back towards the midfield. Ocampo again. Space on the left. Looking up for Gomez. Dispossessed at the last moment. Ocampo. Scott trying to spin around her defender. A foul given. A little bit of a late whistle there, but the head official seeing if anything was going to come of that. Perhaps a steal quickly. Not to be had. Beach FC leading by a goal, trying to lob one up towards the attacking end. Scott and Ingracia were both there, but the ball was quickly cleared away. Beach FC trying to put one up towards the attack, and they couldn't hold it in on the far side touchline. Brought down by Ingracia. Trying Gomez along the far corner. She's able to out-muscle the defender. She'll get herself a throw-in. Time ticking away here in the first half. Defenders calling out their marks. Beach FC trying to find some open space. Lobbing one towards the edge of the 6-yard area, but once again, just too close. Krosky able to make the grab. It's been a solid first half for Margaret Krosky, despite the fact that she finds herself down by a goal. She's made some solid decisions coming out to claim some crosses that could have led to really good scoring opportunities for her opponent. Muir was dispossessed. Now it's with Marquez. Ocampo back for Schrock. Marquez again. She'll take a couple dribbles. A third one. We're going to have 1 minute of extra time at the end of this half. And that one bit up just a bit too much on the grass. They try a second one, trying to slide one through to Kupfer as she lunges towards it on the clearing attempt. Gomez. Long ball. Looking for Thompson. She's got some wheels. She actually catches up to it. Krusky out to pick up the loose ball, though. Good effort there from Samantha Thompson to win that ball in the first place. Looked like it was always going to belong to the defender. Trying here on the near hand side, but the blind pass, usually not all that good of an idea. Marquez. Schrock gets it from Villasenor. Rude. A lot of green in front. Thompson. A little tough to handle there. The ball kind of popped up on her. There's the whistle. 40 minutes in the books. Beach FC in control of this one as we head to the break. We'll take a quick break. You can do so as well. But don't go anywhere. We've got the second half coming up for you in just a bit. Todd Panula bringing you this Turbo Sports production of the 2018 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. Back with more after this.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period. That's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
Forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. Yeah, it's time to forget about the man you should have marked, the run you should have made. Remember that shot you should have taken? Time to let it all go. Forget about it. It's time to go to work. It's time.
It was 1935, the year that Elvis and Sandy Koufax were born. It was a year of many firsts, including the first NFL draft, the first Monopoly board game went on sale, Social Security began, and Babe Ruth hit his last home run. In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would
Oh my god. We didn't have any audio on it.
Oh, no.
We'll have to do it at the beginning of the next game. Lean over to trash can at some point.
Because that wasn't the order he had it in. That's why I was looking at it. He has it in alphabetical order, like halfway through, and then it's like target, and then Sunmade, and then it's all whatever.
I'll go through and get them in order. Then.
I don't really care. I can just read it off, but I didn't know like what logo was going with what. Yeah. It's like some of them, the logo's so small, it's like, what is that?
So remember that time we stayed at that hotel, Kevin? Why can't we just stay there? Remember that time we stayed at that hotel for like the first night?
And we're underway here in the second half between Beach FC and CSA Impact United. 1-0 at the break. The team from California getting the lead in this one. So Cleveland Soccer Academy trying to find an equalizer here in this one. They're going to be hard pressed to do so, as Beach FC has been pretty solid on the defensive end, focusing mainly on keeping numbers in behind the ball. Obviously not a defensive shell necessarily, but just enough to really kind of keep the attacking opportunities for Impact United to a minimum. Here's Voorhees with an opportunity as she's straight away from goal, but has to push it over towards the left-hand side as space was not really available. Stolen by Ocampo as she sends it to the far side for Schoenberger. She'll lob it up. That one will go into touch, and it'll be an Impact United throw. Differing areas of the country represented here. Long Beach against Cleveland. West Coast versus Midwest/East. Depends on who you're talking to as to what people from Ohio like to classify themselves as. Most of the country considers it Midwest, as they kind of fit into that central section. Basically anything west of Pennsylvania is kind of considered in the Midwest type region. But each state is kind of responsible for coming up with its own identification in terms of that. Ocampo for Beach FC takes a bit of a knock from behind, gains the whistle. Not too happy with the call was Sydney Schaefer. She was whistled on the offense. Sun starting to beat down just a little bit more here in the second half as it raises higher into the sky. Wind picking up as well as it cuts across the Texas plains. Still pretty much blowing across the field, aiding Beach FC just a little bit in terms of general direction, but mainly blowing sideline to sideline. Just over the head of Travis. Ocampo sends it back. Schrock. And now Travis stepped into by the defender, but Travis able to get it past. Second opportunity was thwarted there as Kopfer with a diving stab at it. Kopfer gets it up to Voorhees. One touch on for Muir. Muir with a runner up the left-hand side, cutting it in towards the center. CSA Impact. Voorhees with a chance here. She had space in front, but it will not matter. No shot forthcoming as the flag was up. From an Impact United perspective, you probably would have liked to see Voorhees take a one-time shot on that one, even though it would have been called for offside one way or the other. But the the main idea behind that is that you at least create a chance in on goal to not allow the defenders to kind of set themselves up as Voorhees did. But always very difficult to make the timing of that when the ball comes across your body as it did. Almost a miscue on the backside as Marquez has to outrace the oncoming attackers. Ends up playing it out. It'll be an Impact United throw. That one rolls over the end line, so it'll be a goal kick. 1-0 your score. Beach FC with the lead. They scored about halfway through the first half. Sydney Sapak, the goal scorer. A foul this time given against Beach FC. That'll allow CSA Impact with a chance to put it in towards target. Perhaps a bit too far out for a shot, though we have seen girls in this age group score from this distance in years past, so not an impossible task, but still perhaps a better idea to send one towards the back post and hope for a runner to touch one in. We'll see what they decide, as it looks like Schaefer's going to try to take this one. Official backing up the wall. Coach DeMello trying to get Dykstra into the wall as well, so they make it a three-person wall now. Here comes Schaefer. Drives towards the net. Couldn't get that one to dip. A good spot picked out. That would have been difficult for Standifer to get over to. Looked like she had good positioning on it. It would have been very interesting had it been on target. But ultimately it never came back down. Played along by Sapak, lobbing one back over the top. Sapak trying to run it down. That one's going to trickle too far and easily claimed there. Beach FC with control of it along the far side touchline. They'll try to put it back in off the throw. Looking up top. Not settled down very cleanly, but they do retain possession. Ocampo for Rude. On back for Marquez. And now Schrock. Voorhees able to steal it away. Voorhees plays it on through to Muir. Muir with space in front, lobs one through, flag stays down, chance here, and now the flag goes up. Late decision there. I think she wanted to see if it was going to end up being played or picked up by the goalkeeper. But even from my position, it looked like it was probably going to be offside. But a good run up here along the near wing. Just a bit too eager to get towards goal with Sydney Schaefer. Blasted back up by Kopfer. Zora able to settle this one down and kill a little bit of time. It's a little bit early in the stage for that, but anytime you can take a few seconds off the clock without any pressure on you, as a team leading by a goal, you're going to do it. Beach FC just content to knock things around along the backside. Looking up for Sapak, stepped into instead. Opportunity here up the near side. Schaefer able to get it on the second chance. Too hot to handle for Voorhees. Schaefer again. Kopfer joining the attack. Schaefer slowed up. And then won nicely All the way back for the goalkeeper. Played up by Kuhlman. Near side for Kopfer. That one looked like it might have gone off the hand. Advantage played. That one dried up quickly. Given right back. Here's Schaefer. Trying to get around the initial defender, and doing so has a little bit of space. Up the near side touchline. Holding it in. Oh, no. It just rolled over. It looked like she might have kept it along the white, but the near side linesman in good positioning to make that call. Taken down there by Dykstra. Played it off the defender. Gains another throw a little bit further up the pitch. Travis wearing the captain's armband. Ends up giving it away as Kissen put a left foot into it. One along here by Ocampo. She's able to get it around the sliding challenge. Voorhees puts an arm up on the shoulder. Coach DeMello wanted something called there. The official not obliging. Villasenor back to Marquez. A hot pass up the far side. Doesn't find its intended target. Abisham. Schoenberger muscles off the defender. Able to carry it towards the corner flag. Now she wants to take it deeper. Played out. We'll have a throw in coming. Grass starting to pull up just a little bit more here. We've got a few chunks out on the pitch. They've done a very good job here at this complex of keeping this field in order. With all the heat that we're likely to have, it's going to be interesting to see what these fields look like by the end of the tournament. It's a good sturdy grass overall, but you play 4 games a day on it in sun beating down as well. Grass really doesn't have an opportunity to rebound at all in between. .52nd minute of play. We'll have a total of 80 plus any injury time. Schaefer. Stolen there by Villasenor. Near side now, able to get that pass off was Travis before the pressure came. And once again, a whistle. Miscommunication there by the official, and they initially signaled that it would be a free kick for Beach FC and then corrected herself. Everybody on the field seemed to know which way that one was going to go, except for the main woman in blue. Some of U.S. youth soccer's finest officials here represented in this tournament. It's a fairly detailed process to gain a spot here as they take some of the best from each region. Some people coming from very close, some from as far away as opposite sides of the country. Very similar to these teams. Villasenor lays it on back. Trying a lob pass, didn't get enough height on that one. Villasenor almost stole it back. Here's Kopfer instead for CSA Impact. Plays it off the defender, and that one will go out off the body of Travis. That'll give us an opportunity to get a sub in for Beach FC as Sophia Cole is back into the game, and that's good to see as she was taken out in the first half with what looked like either left foot or ankle injury. she's still kind of trying to shake off the effects, but also just trying to get loose into this one. It's a little bit difficult sitting on the bench. You try to do your best to warm up on the sideline, but sometimes it's hard to do. This one towards the edge of the 6-yard area and ultimately dealt with by Marquez. Sapak left it on there for Cole. Bouncing around in between players here. Beach FC calmly letting that one roll towards the end line, but it wasn't going to go out. Cole nods it down, brings it over here towards the near touch line. And once again, we saw that kind of in the morning game as well, the early morning game, I should say. Kind of in between passes there. You have an option more towards the right, more towards the left, and it ends up going right up the middle. As this one was flicked towards goal and an easy grab made. Olivia Fain is in goal right now for CSA Impact United as she was subbed in at the half. Interesting decision there. We've seen a lot of these teams throughout the years, if they have multiple goalkeepers, go with both of them. But sometimes it's also a bit of a strange thing because you have a goalkeeper such as Krosky playing fairly well. She made some good decisions to come out and claim some dangerous crosses. But then you switch things up at the half, and you can never really quite tell how that's going to impact a team. So far, CSA Impact United has done a good job in front of Fain. She hasn't been tested really too much within this half. Beach FC has managed to push it into the attacking third a few times, but doing not a whole lot with it, as we're going to see our first yellow card of the game, and it's going to go against Beach FC. It'll be a foul in the middle third. Looks like the card will be handed out to Marissa Marquez. So Marquez coming up from her center back position. Put a little too much in on that challenge. Muir was a little bit shaken up on it, but seems to be all right now as she kind of settles in towards the top of the box. The wind not necessarily favoring a shot here, so you would figure it would be more of a long cross. Trying to put it towards the edge of the 6-yard box. They had Kopfer there, but a defender nicely heading it away. Now space in front. Laying one up for Sapak. Trying to chase it down as Kuhlman plays it off of Sapak, and that one should be coming out. No signal yet from the official, and that seems to be indicating that the throw-in's going to go for Beach FC. Sub about to check in now for Impact United. Coming into the game is going to be Samantha Weahy, as she got a longer break there after the half. She'll replace Jillian Bell, so she didn't get too much playing time here in the second half, as the head official checking on one of the Impact United players who is down at midfield. Looks like it's Ella Kisson, who's in a bit of distress. Not sure if it's a cramp or what the case may be. It doesn't seem to be moving too bad as she comes off, but she's got her hands over her head. Coming in for her, though, as they do end up subbing her out, is Caroline Brancato. So she has to quickly get acclimated to the field here. She had a bit of playing time there towards the end of the first half, but more of in a defensive position right now. Sapak plays it right into the defender, now able to cut it past, trying to get it onto that right foot, dives after a shot, and that's ultimately blocked. Just too many black jerseys in front. Marquez slipped a little bit, but still retains the ball. Villasenor has to try a second opportunity. Just barely touched around Robertson as Impact United trying to push it upfield. They need a goal here as time is not on their side. 1-0 at Sydney Sapak goal in the first half. Still managing to hold up in this one so far. The wind picking up once again. A little more gusty here in this second game of the day. First game of the tournament for these two teams. Impact United trying to be deliberate in putting this one into play. Not too much time for mistakes. Still a lot of time to try to get themselves back into this one, but you also have to make each chance in towards the attacking third count. Closing in on the halfway mark of this half. Almost 75% of this game played as Kopfer lays it on for Voorhees. Too many defenders in front. Near side intending that one for Kelly, but she couldn't quite chase it down. Going back the other way, Dykstra just kind of aimlessly pushes that one up, but it went off a defender enough to gain the throw for Beach FC. The team from Long Beach about to put a substitute in at their next opportunity. Sapak looking up the right-hand side. Had Dykstra there, but that one was actually touched more by the defender than Sapak. Onside, flag stays down. They put it towards the penalty spot. Laid down, left-footed shot, took a deflection on the way through. Another opportunity, Sapak, and a big save. Fain able to dive out and clear that. And then the defenders stepping up for their goalkeeper as they were able to clear it away, at least for the moment. Sapak drops it on. Down for Schoenberger. Flag up. None of it would have mattered on that second foray towards goal. Coming back into the game now is Samantha Thompson, as she had a very good second half to that first half. She came in about halfway through, just a couple minutes after that goal was scored. She will do basically the same thing as she did in the first half, take spot over on that right wing, give themselves a little bit of a change of pace. Ava Dykstra, more of a possession player. They like to try to send it up to her and hold things up a little bit. Thompson just a little bit more fleet of foot. Not enough to say there's a huge difference, but she has enough speed to kind of give them just a tiny bit of a change of pace and give the defenders a little bit of a different look. Coach Raduca having a word over here on the near sideline with Mia Kelly, hoping his team can find any kind of space as they look to set this corner kick up. Potentially going short, and they will. Defenders running out, trying to find the loose ball. Takes a couple deflections on the way through, and Standifer able to come out and make the grab. A little over halfway through here in the second half. Brought down by Sapak, but she couldn't quite find the handle. Beach FC, Coach DeMello telling his players that they have time and space. Nicely held in. Schoenberger up to Sapak. Cole making the run and finds the pass. Cutting it in from the left-hand side, and that last touch just a bit too strong, putting it right into the teeth of the defense. Brought down now by Travis. She'll peel it back just a little bit. Villasenor looking up for Cole. Couldn't quite find that through ball. That one well too far behind Schaefer. Villasenor. Travis for Cole. Slipped just a little bit and that ball evaded her. And if you're CSA Impact United, you need to catch your breath right now. Just kind of take a deep breath. Realize that you still have some time to find that equalizing goal. They seem to be a little bit anxious here in the last couple moments in which they've had an opportunity to gain some possession, and they've just kind of wildly lobbed one upfield with no direct purpose behind it other than to go forward. Thompson puts on the brakes, back to the midfield. Abisham trying to slot one through to Sapak, but it was too far for her and Thompson. Safely into the hands of Fain. Thompson. Abisham. Marquez. Touched by Schoenberger, but the defender was right there as well. Villasenor looking for Thompson up the right-hand side, but Fain able to cut it off. Abisham around one defender. And again, too direct. A duo of substitutes about to come in for CSA Impact United. Checking back into the game is going to be Molly Gray. She's going to replace Elizabeth Voorhees. Also back into the game is Paige McCabe, as she will replace Sydney Schaefer. Sub coming in for Beach FC as well as Macy Rude will come back into the game. She'll take the spot of Emily Robertson. '67th minute of play. Into touch once again. This time it'll favor Beach FC. Been equal on both sides, so it favors no one, thus the official not making any attempt to really change it. But it's been interesting to see both teams on these set pieces, whether they're free kicks or throw-ins or what have you, really with no urgency to get the ball back into play. And you understand it from one perspective in terms of not wanting to cheaply give away with possession. You want to try to plan things out and figure out where the ball's going to go exactly. But on the other hand, time is of the essence, especially in the instance of CSA Impact. So an interesting decision. A lot of their set pieces as well have been rather meticulous. Trying to chase this one down is Kopfer, but getting to it first is Standiford. A good effort there from the forward for Impact United, but it's going to be difficult to chase that one down as it had too much coming off the deflection. Now here's Thompson. Return pass for Sapak. She'll track it down in the corner, and she'll just set up shop there. Trying to get herself a corner kick. She will. Once again, taking their time. Beach FC setting it up, left-footed corner kick, swinging in towards goal. And that one ended up going out of play before it ever had a chance. '70th minute of play. Roughly 10 minutes to go here in regulation, plus any injury time added on. Sub coming in for CSA Impact. Into the game is Ellison Heine. Not quite on there for Gray. Now here's Cole. A little bit of space in front, looking for Sapak, but well spotted there from Vesey. Vesey trying to spring the counterattack. Kopfer on the races, as is Schrock. Schrock able to get there first, but then trying to foolishly play it through her own legs was Sophia Cole, or actually that was Delaney Travis. First anxious moment in quite a while there for Zora Standifer. Sapak, that's a kind of roll off the shoulder. Thompson trying to chase it down and just touching it over is Gideon. Gideon hoping she would get bailed out with a foul call as she went to ground, but none to be had. Coming into the game will be Cassandra Gomez at the next opportunity. Cole lays it back across, and Fain able to make the grab. Wasn't all that clean, but not enough yellow jerseys around her to really make her pay. Oddly touched down by Weahy, but she's able to regain possession. Near side now for Gray as she pushes it up the pitch. Laid over here towards the near side. Putting on the moves is Weahy as she had exchanged places. Weahy with a little bit of space in front. Gonna take a left-footed shot, curling towards goal, but right at the goalkeeper, Standifer. Time ticking away here on this day one match. Under 15 group action. Beach FC looking to claim 3 points and a share of their group lead. Sub now coming in for Beach FC, as I mentioned, Gomez in. Coming out of the game is Devin Schoenberger. Travis puts it in, looking up top. Laid back for Villasenor. Pulls the string and comes back. But then once again, just cut that pass a little too fine. Take a little bit off of that, and Sophia Cole might have been able to run onto it. Coming into the game once again for Beach FC is going to be Madison Ingracia. She'll take the place of Marissa Marquez. So they're going to move Sapak to a center back position.
Referee! It's a high kick! It's a dangerous play! Are you not watching that, my God?
Now here's Gracia touching it around the defender, but just getting a piece of it was Brancato. Villasenor looking up for Ingracia, stepped in front by Vessi. Vessi another right hand chance towards the far side. Gray towards the near wing, running onto it is Heine. Heine plays it up now. Weahy looking towards the center, cut off by the goal scorer, Sapak. Cole couldn't get a piece of that one. Touchdown, Cole on the second opportunity now. Gomez for Villasenor. Lobbing one up for Ingracia, but too far. Thompson will track it down. A little hot for Gomez there, but she'll get to it. Thompson. Villasenor. And now Schrock. Too direct to get it onto Ingracia. Too many defenders in front. Kopfer. Dispossessed. Abisham lobs one up. Heine. Brancato. Brancato puts a right foot into it. That one's going to have too much on it. Should cross the touch line. And some of the fans want a foul over there, but just a good job of shielding it. Obviously not, if you're an Impact United fan, understandable why they thought there was foul, but the official disagreeing. Gideon looking for something up top. Here's Kopfer. Now Weahy into the box, trying to cut it back out of the right foot. Lays it. Right-footed shot. And that one didn't miss by a whole lot. Standifer seemed to be rather comfortable in the fact that it would go wide, but from our vantage point, it didn't look like it was by too much. '77th minute here. The amount of stoppage time added onto this one is going to be rather interesting. We really haven't had too many actual stoppages in this one. We've had a couple players down on the ground, so you figure at least a minute, perhaps two. Obviously, that's to the discretion of the official. But Beach FC have really done a pretty good job of putting the clamps down on this one. CSA Impact United have been able to push it into the attacking third quite a few times, but really not too much has come from it since then. But an opportunity here is they will gain themselves a corner kick. Coach DeMello telling his goalkeeper, she's got to be strong on this one. Wanting good decisions from everybody in gold. And claimed by Zora. Strong hands in behind that one. No spillage. No opportunity for a rebound. Ingracia cut off by the defender. Couldn't be cleanly handled over there by Rude. She's touched around. Opportunity to get the attack. Playing one out in front. And Sapak was right there. Those are always dangerous balls when they're really kind of at that midsection level, because if it rolls off on the wrong side, you risk giving up a penalty kick. But good body control there for Sapak to just knock that one down. Back for Fain. One timeout. Vessi. Sapak struggling to get upfield a little bit. Is having some communication with Coach DeMello as to whether her knee is in any kind of distress. So it's looking like at most there's going to be 1 minute of stoppage time, if anything, which definitely favors Beach FC as we are in the 79th minute. A corner kick coming for the team from Long Beach. They will take their time to get up there, sending one of the center backs up to take it. Looks like Sophia Schrock strolling up towards that corner flag. And there will indeed be 1 minute stoppage time added on to this one. A goal here will basically end it. It would be a miracle finish for CSA Impact to come back from 2 at this late stage. Fain able to make the grab on that one. Needs to get it back into play. You don't want to give away with possession, but you don't have time to hold on to it. Villasenor. We're now into extra time. Stoppage time, I should say. Both coaching staffs barking out orders, a little bit more animated from the Beach FC crew as they are looking to hold this 1-0 lead. Reality perhaps setting in for Coach Raduca's team as it's looking more and more dire for them to pick up a point here in this one. A loss here in today's game does not eliminate anybody. They still have 2 more games guaranteed after this, but if you give up the 3 points and not claim one for yourself, you put a lot more pressure on yourself within the last 2 days to try to advance to the knockout rounds. Back up towards the midfield. Villasenor couldn't settle it down initially. Finally cleared away by Sapak. And there's the final whistle. 80 minutes in the books. And Beach FC will claim the entire 3 points. So they will head up to the top of their group. They join GPS Oregon as topping their groups. Both get 3 points here on day number 1 in this girls group action for the 15 and under age bracket. That'll do it for our broadcast here. Stick around. We've got more great soccer action coming up for you. Different age groups, different games, great soccer action all weekend long from Turbo Sports Group. We bring you the 2018 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships. We thank you for watching. Goodbye, everybody.